You said you wanted to experiment.
Sir, it's not chloroform anymore.
It's not chloroform anymore. Well, that's a terrifying thing for you to correct me on. Holy fucking shit. I was joking, Chris, and here you are trying to actually strategize a rape. Hey, man, no, that's been there, done that, dude. It's actually Ben Gay and pollen. I'll pass right out on your futon. Well, I appreciate the specificity, Chris. All right, so we got Chris and Devine. And Devine, who's the
what up, chat?
To your left here?
Jacob.
Jacob.
We
Yeah.
live.
Jacob, what's your last
Just wanted
name,
to
bro?
tap in. We reacted to some funny videos.
Yeah. Makes me think of Panini, which is fun.
We got Adam Ray doing another Dr. Phil live. He just uploaded.
Jacob Pania. And Jacob, what do you do here in Los Angeles?
So I'm from Orange County.
You're from Orange County.
Oh,
do you also
shout out LC.
with fucking Derek? I'm sorry, Derek. You're probably really talented at your job. That's on me, okay? I'm gonna buy you a shot before the show's over, okay? Do you drink, Derek?
No.
You don't? Well, you don't have to be a dick about it. I'm just trying to make small talk. Refusing a friendship and a cocktail. What's your vice? If I had something for you that would make you go, you know what? I don't mind the hate you were spewing earlier, Phil. What would be that one thing that would make you go, tonight's actually gonna be okay?
Hash.
Hash. Okay, so weed, yeah? And what do you like to do when you smoke pot, Derek? What's your go-to move?
I like playing guitar, probably blowing glass.
Blowing glass, fuck yeah. You see what I've done? Now they're thinking of blowjobs again. Sir, how you doing? You're dressed like you're gonna help Indiana Jones find the Temple of Doom tonight. Do you mind standing up and showing the crowd your jacket and your glasses? I like this guy's mojo. Stand up and get a look at this guy. You look like you're about to help Nicolas Cage find the treasure map in National Treasure. Right? Here, I want to do a little role play with you. I'm gonna play Nicolas Cage, and I'm gonna ask you where the map is, and then you tell me you just say your line is it's downstairs. Okay? Okay. Ha. Ha ha. Where is the map? Ha.
It's downstairs.
Anybody else want to try? No, that was great. Keep it going for this guy up front, man. That's a really special time. You nailed it. You took advantage of a moment, and you made it your own. I like that. And speaking of people that take advantage of the moment, our first guest on tonight's show, are you guys ready to have a good time? I think it's time to get this program going. We got a wild night of comedy ahead. We got a lot of fun and some surprises as well. Your first guest on the show tonight is a dear friend of mine. I've been a fan of this guy since he was on ABC's Carpoolers, okay? You know him from his appearances on Conan, The Tonight Show, David Letterman, his comedy specials, Silicon Valley, Deadpool, Office Christmas Party, and now he's here right now for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only TJ Miller!
Oh shit, chat. He got TJ Miller from Silicon Valley. I love TJ Miller.
TJ Miller. Oh, you want to do it again? We can hug again. Guys, TJ Miller, come on. This is one of my way back with this guy.
Wow.
How you doing, TJ?
Not great.
Okay. Do people ever fuck it up and call you JT?
All the time, and they call me Rillum.
They call you who?
Rillum. That's the
Rillum?
That's my last name spelled backwards.
Oh, who calls you that? Like Devine Nazarizi?
This is a big part of it.
That was from earlier. You weren't here. We can move on.
I was here. I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, I didn't either. But if you ever want to... Well, Devine, we didn't figure out what you did we?
Yeah, private events.
Private events, that's right. TJ...
Oh, that's cool. That's like a real job, but no one pays for it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That beard looks pretty trimmed. You can't just do that for free. Devine, is there an event that you could help TJ at? TJ, is there a big party you're trying to plan in the next 24 to 48 years?
Yeah, I had a big party event planned.
Okay.
We're not going to do it anymore.
Well, I'm a big Valentine's Day party guy.
Is it?
Yeah, well, because everyone's always like, I got to do something with my significant other. I'm like, well, why don't we just get a big, people don't know this. Most of Diddy's freak-offs started off as Valentine's Day parties. they were like, bring candy for everybody. And then Diddy was like, oh, lube. I don't do voices, but you know what I was doing. You know what I was referring to.
Would that be amazing if everyone brought him lube? He was like, you can come to the party, but make sure to bring baby oil, and that's why he had thousands.
So maybe it's not his fault.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the hundreds of people that showed up going, I was told to bring baby oil. Is it?
Yeah, that does seem like an odd request. You know, is there something that you've been given from fans that made you go, oh, maybe I should change my name when I stay at Holiday Inns?
What up, chat?
I guess it was a hotel key to a Holiday.
Say what up if you in
You
here.
ever stayed in a Holiday Inn?
Oh, yeah, Express.
Yo,
So I
these
just was in
are
and out.
fire.
Yeah, you got to
I don't
go
know if
the
y'all ever
fast
had
way.
these before.
I once stayed
Watermelon
at a regular
Haribo's.
Holiday Inn, no express. The check-in took
at this.
forever.
It's like,
there was blood in the
You
toilet.
can't even see it's green.
But that was after
Green
you
screened
stayed
out.
there.
Fire.
On the way out, you're like, I'm sorry, there was blood in the toilet. So I'd like to check out, but also, can you check out?
Yeah, that's a shady move.
This guy just left. Yeah, laugh it up. I was looking at that guy in the eyes, and he left. We had a weird moment. You guys were talking, and I looked at him, I go, and he did, and then he waited. He's like, I'm not going to leave till he won't mention it. And then he found the time, and he was like, I'm going to the bathroom to look in the mirror.
Yeah, times have
Is
changed.
that exactly what happened? That's exactly what happened, Dr. Phil.
Well, the world's a different place. You used to be able to stare into a man's eyes and breathe really hard, and he would stay where he was. But now guys are all sensitive, and they're not comfy in their own skin. He probably saw you look at him, saw you see what he really is, and was like, I gotta go bleed into the bathroom real quick.
And when I'm done, I'm getting one of the nights at my hotel off. Okay.
Yeah, is there a place that you won't stay? Like, do you have a friend, we all have that friend where they're like, crash on my couch. And you're like, I'd rather fucking blow your dad on his birthday.
That's the only place I will stay.
What's
I mean,
that?
unless, what's that? I'll tell you again. Unless I'm blowing somebody's dad on Christmas.
Yeah, now that we're here, what's the worst time to see your friend blowing your dad? Like,
When you're checking out at a Holiday Express.
you
I saw blood in the. Uh-oh. Do you decide on the tie? I want to know this.
on my tie?
Yeah, I mean, before you do your show.
Yeah.
Are you like, I think it's this tie or that tie? What makes you decide?
It's a little bit of a
on that?
Mr. Rogers sweater situation going on, yeah.
Is it
I lay out
always the same tie?
well, that's a personal question. but-
Okay, I apologize. Of course, blood in the toilet, not a big deal. Perfectly open about that. You talk about my tie, you're talking about my...
Touche. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
You know, for me, it was one or the other, so I chose Barbie. But,
Okay.
no, I did see it.
Are you a fan of movies where you're like, I'll finish it tomorrow? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I first saw Air Bud Golden Receiver, and I was like, I get it. I don't even have to watch 10 minutes, you know?
Right, you had seen Air Bud before, right?
Well, there's 15 of them, I think. There's
you-
him. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you.
Well, there's 15 of them.
I'm glad you finished.
Well, you sound like my wife. All right.
Not like mine. Wouldn't that be weird? If my wife was like, oh, you finished.
Yeah, my next question would be, well, how long were you going for, you know? But these days, you know, hey, welcome back.
Is it true that I looked you in the eyes for a little bit and then you said, I'd like to leave, but I'll wait till they won't talk about us?
He was trying to plan it accordingly.
Just trying to...
I went after her.
Holy shit, is that your real fucking voice? Let me hear that one more time.
I also,
I'm a big-
he started so strong. He was like, I went out and heard.
Sorry, yeah. Nerves settled in, maybe a little dose of puberty. What's your first name, my man?
A low dose of
Can you lean
puberty.
forward a little? I've got a little jimble jamble
I
with
know.
you. Tyler, where are you from?
Redondo.
Tyler, who's this? Your interpreter? Who the fuck is this? Are you guys dating?
We're married.
You're married. Give it up for the married couple in the front row, can you, real quick? How long you guys been married, Tyler?
3 years.
3 years. Where'd you meet?
Through some mutual friends.
Mutual friends, yeah.
Why was that maniacal laughter?
I don't know.
It's your mutual friends? Who we killed? Killed and ate them, we did!
Holy shit, you're gonna make my mustache fall off.
Make
Tyler,
my mustache
what's your first name, sweetheart?
Samantha.
Samantha, great name. And you're wearing a little crown. That's always fun, right? Did Tyler give that for you? From Target. Shout out. Tyler, what do you love about Samantha? When you first met her?
Her smile.
Her smile. Great answer. And Tyler, I can't help but notice your hat says, "Live tough, Limp Bizkit." Huh? Oh, live, laugh, Limp Bizkit. All right. My bad. Guys, keep it going for Tyler and Samantha. That's tonight's Doritos couple of the night.
I am telling you that on the way home, he's gonna be like, it's just
This
that's
thing's
not
2
what it
hours.
says.
We're probably not gonna watch this whole shit, chat. Probably not
did
gonna
he
watch this
just
whole
see
shit
it?
because
'Cause
it's
it was
2
a small
hours.
font.
But
She's like,
see if
"Don't
we
worry.
get to a point where it's like slows down a
TR
little,
did
you know.
Wonderfully.
That's got to be the roll of the dice when you buy a hat like that. Some people are going to misconstrue.
All right. Actually, we're gonna get into some other more like harder hitting topics. Let's see what type of shit we can find. The Witcher 4. They got a trailer for that. What else? Some political shit. The Game Awards were tonight. We'll see what's on some trending shit too. What else? What else? I'm just like opening up some tabs right now. Trending. Let's go to trending. I seen this somewhere. Remy Ma calls Papoose out for cheating. Okay. Here we go. Flood Fix. I like Chris Fix videos. We'll see what he got going on. Deadpool. A new Jxmmy Highroller video.
What does the best version?
Wait a second. We'll come back to that one. Open a new tab. Annuel new video. We'll check that out. New Dodge Charger came out. We'll look at that. Secret Garage update. 3D map. Let's see. We've seen that 28 years later. What else? Sonic the Hedgehog 3, a Sonic Christmas. What else? All right, that's enough. We got a couple of videos here we can react to. Let's see. So this is the trailer for The Witcher 4. I don't know if you guys are into gaming or not, or if you're into like the Witcher series, but I think it's been a while. I think the last one that they dropped was a while ago. Oh, this was revealed at the Game Awards. We'll check that out too.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Tain't the easy
That looks
times
so
what shape
real.
us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times, what does that for us.
Nah, this is looking crazy.
You've an heart of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny.
This is already looking crazy. Just like the fidelity of the, and I think this is all in game too. Like it's not like polished trailer shit, you know?
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The bringer of salvation, she says.
A witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take?
A witcher.
Nay, nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods.
No! You chose her.
I actually don't know what's going on, chat, not gonna lie. I thought the Witcher was a man. Maybe that's like his daughter. I'm gonna read the chat real quick, or the comments real quick, hold on. There are no gods here, only monsters. Nods. Shuri was trained by combat by Witchers. Shuri had Yan as magic teacher. Can't believe we're finally getting Gwyneth too.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them!
Nay!
Save the village!
Save yourself!
Oh shit. Oh shit, chat.
Run! To shelter! To your father!
I'm definitely playing this when it comes out.
Run!
I think I'm gonna play some Indiana Jones in a little bit too. That new Indiana Jones game came out and it looks crazy, dude. This shit looks crazy. Oh shit. Is this some like Elden Ring shit?
Cannot be changed. You cannot change anything.
Can't change anything. Oh shit. That potion fucking helped, dude. Oh, she brought the head. What
She
happened?
were to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
fuck.
No.
Who did that? Who did that?
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
TheWitcher.com. The Game Awards was 8 hours, so we're not gonna watch that whole shit. But let's see if there's some highlights. Oh, they dropped a new Mafia. We're gonna see that. What else? Is that it? Borderlands 4 official first look. What is this? New Elden Ring game? Intergalactic. 21 Pilots performs at the Game Awards. What else? What else? What else, chat? What else? Y'all seen anything yet from the Game Awards? Let me know. Indiana Jones games, and that's already been out. Tekken 8. Okay. Okay, that's a game long time in it's been a long time coming. What else? Ninja Gaiden, another Ninja Gaiden coming out. Game of Thrones game coming out. Let's just go to the ING channel and see what they got going on. Because I think they're the ones that put on the Game Awards. We got a bunch. All right, we're going to watch some of these. Let's see what we got. New Mafia game. This looks crazy. I love the Mafia games.
This is a family. And in this
Mafia games, I love them so much because I love how much attention they put, like how much attention to detail they put. I remember like when I think it was Mafia 2 or maybe even the first Mafia, when you would park a car and leave the wheels turned and then you hopped out, they stayed turned. And I just remember like that shit amazing me. Like I love the realism and that had. Like if you pull up into a driveway and your wheels are turning, you hop out the car, the wheels stay like turned the way you pulled in. Just little things like that. Like in GTA, if you're turning and you get out the car, the wheels go straight real quick and the car's parked there how it always looks, you know? So I thought that shit was crazy. Hopefully they implement shit like that in GTA 6, to be honest. Like little subtle like realisms that that might get overlooked, you know?
family, we follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving. To betray one,
Snatched up at the opera.
is to betray all.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fucking good.
Do you wish to commit yourself, your life,
Blood out on the fucking.
to this family?
Oh fuck, this looks good. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
To become a man of honor,
Dude.
repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh has to burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath,
This is like Mafia in like the 20s. It looks like the
Welcome,
original
Enzo.
Mafia, maybe in like late 1800s, the old country. When does that come out? Summer 2025. Xbox, is it coming to PC? Steam, yep, coming to PC. Fire. The old country. Somebody said it's truly the year of Luigi. Nah, you wrong for that, fam. You wrong for that. Borderlands 4 trailer. This trailer has a mix of cinematics and in-game footage, it says. That's always good to know. Like, is this what the actual game's gonna look like or not? 2K again. 2K is coming crazy. Oh, shit. The Borderlands, I think, movie was not good. I did not like that shit. Or I think it was a show or a movie, I don't know. I wasn't into it. Okay, that's all in-game. I like that they're going with that like cell shading style still. Keeping it authentic to the game. Pretty good. Y'all know about Borderlands, chat? Have y'all played Borderlands? What the hell? Pretty good, pretty good. $20.25. It doesn't have an actual day. Elden Ring Night Rain official gameplay reveal. So there's a new Elden Ring. Upcoming standalone cooperative spin-off set in a world parallel to the 2022's Elden Ring. So, what did it say? Standalone co-op spin-off. Fire. Bandai Namco.
Seekers of redemption, you were chosen. Thrown together by forces beyond our control.
After seeing this fool Kai Cenat play Elden Ring, it makes me want to get into it. Tight. This looks like it's in-game footage. Oh. Yeah. This looks
Tragedy
good.
must be averted. And for that, I need your help.
Stand tall. The night is far from over. Little pillager, bent on sacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Band together and prepare to claim.
This looks good. I think this is all in-game footage too. It's
The
not like
light
cinematics.
Of the Night Lord.
Elden Ring Night Rain. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to play the 2022 Elden Ring. Let's see if I fuck with it, and then I'll play that if I do. That's obviously coming to PC. Good shit. Intergalactic, the heretic prophet. Intergalactic. In a show-stopping end to the Game Awards, Naughty Dog has revealed its latest adventure with the feature space Porsches, pop music stylings of Pet Shop Boys. This is not enough. So Naughty Dog, I really love their games, bro. They make Uncharted and they make Last of Us, and both of those games are so fucking good. So whatever this is, I'm here for it. PS5 in-game cinematics. I love a good space game. Oh shit. Porsche. That's a Porsche spaceship. Love this already. Five-acre mastermind, dead or hiding. 5 acres. Aces. 5 aces. So these are like crooks that went on the run.
Tell me something good.
Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around the Superior Moon.
The Superior
Excellent.
Moon.
How is that excellent? He's next to fucking Superior. No one has left that planet in over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what I worry just the right.
Sick ass jacket.
I say, we wait for him to leave.
Oh, this game looks crazy, yo.
We find a new lead. He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need
Intergalactic.
another hunter swooping in.
How she got a fast food drink? Where is that from?
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Anyone else with all your fucking shit? Okay, alright, you know what? There, you're the boss.
Thank you.
Listen, kid.
Oh, she's a bounty
I'll see you on
hunter.
the other side.
Hard. That's nuts. I love all the branding they got in this. Adidas, Porsche, Sony. Yeah. Naughty Dog. Bad guy looked alright, not too crazy. So that's only for PS5, that's not going to be on PC. But I think you can get PC Game Pass or something like that. All right. 21 Pilots performs at the Game Awards, performing music from Arcane.
I could just lay my head down. If there was nothing to fight or pretend, maybe then I could finally be free. Maybe death is like falling asleep. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. I used to have strength, but I ran out of hope. I know it's my fault that I'm here alone. This world is a wasteland. Don't let me go, 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 go. Don't let me go.
Show yourself. Show yourself. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
That's not 21 Pilots.
Remember me, I'm on my own. Remember
Peacock Theater.
I'm too far gone, couldn't see. Remember me, all the times I cut so deep. All my life I couldn't breathe. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me.
Here we go.
My body's on the line now. I can't fight this time now.
Ooh.
I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Take a seat, but I would rather you not be here for what could be my final form. Stay your pretty eyes on court. Keep the memories of who I was before. So stay with me because my body is on the line now. Pull the blanket tight now. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line? Please don't let them see me. Sure, there's nothing left to try. I can feel the light shining on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over if I cross the line?
Yo, he's good,
If
bro.
I cross the line. If I cross the line.
was good. That was really good. Like, subscribe. Let's see what else we got from the Game Awards. Are they still live? No. Snoop Dogg. Oh, these are like actually awards. Game of the Year nominee. Astrobot wins Game of the Year. Let's see that. The Heretic, we saw that. That was good. Snoop Dogg performs Thank You and Gin and Juice at the Game Awards. We'll watch that. Fallout wins Best Adaptation of a game. Squid Games Unleashed World Premiere trailer. Helldivers. Stage Fright. Dying Light. I love the Dying Light game when it came out. Y'all got any requests, chat? Let me know. If you see anything here I should click on. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
And the Game of the Year is...
Astrobot. Astrobot wins.
Astrobot!
From what I heard, this game was actually fucking phenomenal and really fun to play. A lot of people weren't expecting much from it and were like pleasantly surprised by it. The only thing is you need a PS5 to play it. It's not available on PC or nothing, you know? Let's see what they say.
Wow. Nothing can prepare you for that. Thank you so much. I'm thinking once again to all the Asobis back in Japan. You know, all 65 of them right now, they're crying. So please, a round of applause for them. Thank you. It's you guys as well. You know, when I thought about, why this game, gave people joy and smiles on their faces, I think it came down to the people every day making the game and doing exactly that. I think, when I think of the team, it's the amount of generosity they gave. They put the user first always, never thought about any calculation. It was just about the kids, especially, because we had this huge, huge privilege to be potentially the first game to be in the hands of children, and we know what it means very much. So Team Asobi, really, from the bottom of our heart, well done and thank you so much. Now, thank you. I have to thank a few more people because a lot of people contributed to this game, of course, in SIE and PlayStation or Family. Herman, who give the studio a chance, and Scott Roddy, who really believed in Astro even before we did. Ken Chan on marketing, and many, many other people that I'm not mentioning. Astrobot is full of 30 years of PlayStation history, and actually a lot of people in this room tonight gave their characters, their IP, without asking anything in return, just because they cared about celebrating 30 years. So to them as well, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much.
I'm gonna have to check that game out when I get a PS5.
Last and not least, and you wanna stay for this one because I didn't plan to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Platformers, PlayStation 30 years, and we made a platformer, which is great. It's very nostalgic and fresh at the same time, but let's not forget that even before PlayStation, there were people making platformers. I remember I was a kid in 1989, Christmas, and I got a gray box. There was a game packed in. It was called Super Mario Brothers, and it was really, really great. So, We are in Japan, we're in Tokyo, they are in Kyoto, but I want to pay tribute to the company who really put like platformers and showed us innovation and quality consistently and inspired us to actually make the game that we made. So that's also, and I've managed not to mention them, have you noticed? But you all know who they are, and many other companies that have been inspired over the years, so that's really, really important.
You're talking about Nintendo.
And we want to pay tribute to them tonight. So
GG's.
From the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. It's amazing, and we'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Dope. That's what's up. So you paid tribute to Nintendo. Snoop Dogg performs Gin and Juice.
I need you on your feet right now. Everybody on your feet. You at a party, y'all. One more thing I want to say to y'all. Thank you for letting me be myself. Can we get high? Yeah. Please excuse me while I kiss the sky. Thank you for letting me be myself. Can we get high? Yeah. Please excuse me while I kiss the sky. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Times are changing. Young homies is dangerous. Rich is shameless. Do anything to be famous. If you're talking about this stripping, then you speaking my language. That's how you feel waking up with the world up under you. I'm rolling up, toe up, so comfortable. I'm revving up my revenue. I'm unavailable somewhere in Malibu. Somehow I made it off the avenue. Once upon a time, the dog would do it all with draws and bringing laws. The streets under my paws. In the field, ducking sales, close calls. Big whales got fish scales that snowfall. Hold up, I like to thank me. And if we talking about the West, homie, thank me. Walk of Fame made it. You better thank me. Ain't nothing new. This is what I wanna do. I just wanna say thank you for letting me be myself. Can we get high? Yeah. Please excuse me while I kiss the sky. Thank you for letting me be myself. If you're having a good time tonight, make some noise. Yes. All right, y'all. "32 years of Snoop Dogg. We gonna give it to you 1993 style. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O double G, but I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass hits like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through. It's 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got some freaks in the living room getting it on. And what time y'all leaving? 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Look, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But what, we don't love them now. So we gon' blow an ounce to this. G's up, freeze up for a second now, bounce to this. Rolling down the street, smoking window, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money. What everybody saying? Rolling down the street, we smoking indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money. Now that I've got me some Seagram's gin, and everybody got their cups, but they ain't chipped in. Now this type of hit happens all the time. You gotta get yours, homie, I gotta get mine. Everything is fine when you listen to the D.O.G. I got to cultivate music that be captivating. Hey, who listens to the words that I speak as I take me a drink to the middle of the street and get the maggot to this freak named Sadie. She used to be my homeboy's lady. Now it was 80 degrees
Please, when I told this bitch, please.
Raise up these and UTs, cause you get none of these at ease. As I mob with the dog pound, feel the breeze. And now you know I'm just rolling down the street, smoking window, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, we smoking indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Thank y'all.
Good shit, Snoop. Good shit, Snoop. Bro, really has the craziest career of any Anybody. I was gonna be like any rapper, like try to give it a preface.
Snoop Dogg, the legend, what an amazing performance.
Fortnite Festival.
Thank you, Snoop. His new album with Dr. Dre, Missionary, comes out tonight. And Snoop's now in Fortnite as a Season 6 festival icon. And starting today, you can also grab Platinum Festival icons, The Weeknd, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, and Karol G. Also this year, once again, we had the Game Awards vote in Fortnite Island.
Good shit, Snoop.
And
Best
the
adaptation.
Award goes to the Game Award goes to Fallout.
Fallout wins the best adaptation for show. I think it's a show on Amazon Prime. That's a lot of empty seats I'm seeing. Or not a lot, but there's a couple. Let me sit there, bruh.
I've spent most of the evening coming up with ways to heckle Ella for when she won for Arcane, so I don't really have a speech, but I want to thank Graham and Geneva, our extraordinary showrunners who can't be here tonight because they're too busy making season 2.
Hey!
I want to thank Ella, Walton, Aaron, the rest of our extraordinary cast and our extraordinary crew. Amazon, Kilter. I want to thank the fans of Fallout New Vegas for not burning my house to the ground. You'll be very happy you didn't. Last but not least, I want to thank Todd. Todd and the extraordinary team at Bethesda, who were absolutely the most incredible collaborators you could possibly imagine. Thank you.
Good shit. Squid Game Unleashed world premiere trailer. Squid Game Unleashed. I guess there's a new Squid Game coming. Let's see. Hey! Season 2 is coming soon. I think this month. Oh shit. I've never seen the black one. That's different.
Hello, Game Awards. I assume you are all familiar with the Squid Game. Because not everyone can physically experience the games, we have created a simulation. Unleashed will provide the same highs, or for the unskilled, lows. To all players watching at home, access will be granted to everyone on December 17th, whether you're a Netflix member or not. Be on the lookout.
That's Netflix Gaming.
In the following weeks, my team will be unveiling the next round of the games. I have brought with me a special preview of Squid Game Season 2. We believe games can reflect and improve society. Whether we succeed will be for you to judge. And to all the heads of the studios and CEOs in attendance, your places are ready in our VIP suite.
Please welcome the founders of
Okay. So they got a game coming. Graphics look kind of ass, not gonna lie. It's not like a high fidelity type game, but hey, fuck it. It should work.
Of a brand new game from a beloved game developer.
Stage Fright world premiere. Stage Fright world premiere. That's what this is called.
Who? Never heard of them. Oh,
Creators of Overcooked. I love
You
playing
got way too
Overcooked.
angry playing that.
That game turned you into a psychopath.
What?
You threw a right tantrum.
No, I didn't.
You said if I tried to pass you one more onion, you'd...
I told you 1,000 times we didn't need any more onions. Okay, yeah.
That's how we be, brother. That's facts.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. What did I miss? Shh, it started.
Hey, you're blocking the screen. Rude.
What is going on back there? This looks wicked.
Oh my.
Oh, it's a 2-player. And they're showing so much gameplay. Oh, no. Oh, what's happening?
Drew! What was that? Did you feel that? Oh, I don't understand what's happening.
This would never have happened at E3.
Yo, Adrian, what up?
What the heck is that?
We're in here reacting to Game Awards. Appreciate the follow. Shout out Nerdiac. Stage fright. Dying Light, the Beast. I used to love Dying Light when it first came out. That sounds like Jesse Pinkman.
It's not your fault, Kyle.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego their use. He has gifted us the means to decipher the code of nature, and it's our highest purpose we must
Graphics look pretty
strive
crazy
to
on this
accomplish. I only answer to this divine calling. And you.
I thought Dying Light was like a zombie game. Okay, yeah, it is. Oh, that looks good. Oh, yeah. This looks good. You don't want to be out there when it's dark out. Oh, shit. This looks fire. When does it come out? That looked good. That looked really good. I'll fuck with it. It didn't say when it comes out. Oh well. Beyonce announces she's performing at a halftime show with the Ravens versus the Texans on Christmas Day. The live on Netflix. Does that mean the whole game is on there? Or what? Somebody said, nice try, Diddy. Tekken 8, official Clive Rosefield character trailer.
On this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Can't here to even not. any objections.
Clive Rusfeld!
So that's just like a character announcement. That's not a new game. I think Tekken 8's been out. Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound. These games are always fun. Oh, is this a show? Oh no. Platformer. Maybe I got this confused with a different game series. I will say I played a modern new Ninja Turtle game like this. Like it's designed to kind of look like a retro platformer, and but like obviously with modern technology. And those games are actually really fun to play, even these days. You know, I was really liking that. I think it was called like Shredder's Revenge or something. Pretty good. Let's see, Game of Thrones, King's Road official trailer.
I charge you to be
Game
brave.
of Thrones game.
In the name of the Father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the Mother, I charge you to defend the innocent. Arise, a knight of Lennon's Rest.
Hot take, I haven't even seen Game of Thrones. Not even gonna lie, I gotta get into it.
Castle Black is the only thing standing between the White Walkers and the Seven Kingdoms. We could use your help.
I'm nothing but a northern bastard from a powerless house.
Don't underestimate northern bastards. Someone must gather the support of the great houses.
Attaining your father's name will be hard. Making your own will be harder. It is up to you to decide which is more worth your while.
Modesty won't get you very far in King's Landing. Do at least try to feign a little arrogance. We find it far more familiar.
You've seen the White Walkers yourself.
Looks
you
pretty
know
good.
What they can do. They have to be stopped.
It was like a pretty big battle sequence.
John, I will see it done.
Like it or not, winter is coming.
Good shit. Good shit. Official trailer, Indiana Jones. This game's already out. All right. What else?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that was it for the Game Awards. That was a pretty packed show. It looks like there was a bunch of cool trailers that they dropped and some good performances. I really like the 21 Pilots. They really brought their A game. Yeah, a couple cool game announcements. I think out of all of them, I'm most excited to watch or play the one from Naughty Dog, and that's pretty much the main one. The Naughty Dog one looked pretty good. I'm definitely gonna try it. But yeah, now we're gonna start reacting to other random clips and maybe more controversial stuff. So let me update the Twitch. All right, here we go. So most controversial clip on the internet right now. Lily Phillips breaks down in tears while reflecting on sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours. Okay, this is crazy. I don't know if y'all have seen, but there's a lady that is basically, I think this month, gonna attempt to have sex with 1,000 men in under 24 hours. And she's already done 100, or she's already done 100 or 300 or something like that, like leading up to it. So I guess the actual event where she has 1,000 men is going to be streamed on her OnlyFans, and like they've like already started like getting everyone lined up and set up for it, like all the men, I guess. I don't know, it's fucking crazy. But in light of that, I think some news has come out where another woman who had sex with 100 men is like reflecting on when she did that, and she's like super emotional. Her name's Lily Phillips, and she was on Twitter like breaking down in tears when she was reflecting on sleeping with 100 men. And then somebody replied and said, if y'all make this woman, here, let me show you guys. Somebody said, if y'all make this woman who made a complete documentary about her process to procure these 100 men and execute the victim, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah, here we go. So this girl, she had fun with 100 dudes in 24 hours. Why'd she do this? I don't know.
Why'd she do this?
Sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. If I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know. But yeah.
How long did it take?
I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
They need to have like a service, like a no, I guess that'd just be
streaming on twitch.tv.
We've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah, and obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Never mind.
Whoa, you heard what she said?
I guess when you've promised something.
She said the dudes were complaining that they only got 1 or 2 minutes with her when she promised on the ad they'd get 5 minutes each, and she felt bad about that. Holy shit, chat. What the fuck?
People who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you.
No,
hey, yo.
Right, like when you know.
You showed Cyberpunk.
Have you even processed?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure
a whole
what to
documentary where
expect.
she's a victim?
I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all.
This is so weird to me. People say, yeah, y'all make this about a woman who made a complete documentary about her process to procure 100 men and execute the victim. I'm gonna lose my shit. Exactly, bro. Like, what are we talking about? She did this. If you want to do this,
You're
go
not a
ahead.
victim,
but like,
fam.
don't act like this happened to you. You did this.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird when girls do stuff like this and then
Facts.
they act like it's like something had happened to them. This is a grown-ass woman. You did this. She's a keeper? I guess so, right?
She's a keeper. Yo, internet is undefeated, bro. how Snow White just became the most hated movie
After
ever.
everything that's happened, you'd think it'd be impossible for the upcoming Snow White film to fall any further, but somehow Disney found a way. And with the recent release of the official trailer, the Snow White disasters got even worse. Now, Snow White has been played up as one of Disney's biggest projects, and as such, you'd think they go above and beyond with the marketing. However, as we all know, it's been an absolute train wreck from the beginning, ever since the main co-stars trashed on the original characters. And all during this build-up, audiences barely got a peek at the official trailer. It was all just these teasers that never really amounted to anything. Most were expecting Disney to publish.
Yeah, so I saw that they teased it with like full-blown adult dwarves, and now they basically like you know, took that back, and now they added like CGI created actual dwarves, so it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarves again. But they didn't want to put dwarves in it or hire dwarves, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. They're trying to say like that's not politically correct, but really now you're like taking jobs away from working dwarf actors, you know, little people. Crazy.
The official Snow White trailer alongside the release of Wicked, as not only would it be a smart marketing move, but it made the most sense thematically. And while that's exactly what Disney did, their strategy was unconventional. The trailer and official poster were only available in a few theaters. For just over a week, promotions didn't go any further. No one could find the official new trailer anywhere. It took someone leaking a recording of it before the rest of the internet could even get a glimpse. But still, not even the leak got Disney to post the trailer on its official accounts. It was almost like the studio was desperate to keep their trailer out of the public eye, like they were trying to avoid ridicule for as long as possible, especially seeing how much of a disaster it had been already. Even Disney had to face the music at some point, and on the 3rd of December they finally posted the official trailer to YouTube, and the world would quickly let the studio know exactly what they thought of it. Now at the time of making this video, the trailer currently has around 660,000 more dislikes than likes, and that number is still massively climbing. But remarkably, one of the only redeeming things about this entire fiasco is that Disney actually left the comments on the trailer, and it's almost more entertaining than anything Disney's put out recently. Some wonderful gems included. At this point, the monetization of the video is going to earn Disney more revenue than the movie itself, and they finally did it. They made a movie nobody is going to pirate. Those who haven't seen the trailer may wonder if it's
they made
really
a movie nobody's going to pirate.
And we can say with certainty that it may be even worse. The trailer makes Snow White feel like an unholy amalgamation of all the worst aspects of modern Disney. The bad CGI, the oversaturated colors, the preachy woke actors, the character assassinations to tell a more modern story, because apparently old fairy tales can't teach valuable lessons anymore.
All of those points are very
very
relevant. You know, the whole like killing the characters to make it woke, and the CGI and all that shit, the politically correctness. She went on an interview saying like, oh, it's not going to be about a damsel in distress. It's not a love story. She's a boss bitch. Like, bro, this is Snow White we're talking about here. The whole story is that she goes into a coma and gets saved by the prince. Dude, what are y'all talking about?
Massive controversial mess. It seems like the trailer's trying to tell two stories. The original Disney tale.
Let's watch the trailer real quick. Hold on. Let's go check out the trailer. Snow White, new trailer. Official trailer, 5.9 million views. Is this it or is this it? 225. This was 4 months ago. Yeah, here we go. This is the new one.
This was my father's kingdom. A place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.
The CGI does look like trash.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated. Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But a lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place. Hello? Is there
It does look like really fake, you know?
It's a human. What did you think I was? Nothing. Ghost.
You'll be safe from the Queen here.
The Queen stole everything from all of us. I'm gonna need your help. It's time to restore our kingdom. Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday. Hoping somehow, some way, there comes a miracle.
Find Snow White.
I close my eyes and see the girl I meant to be. This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
Okay, let me just say this first of all. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me show you this. 29,000 likes, 741,000 dislikes. Disney, coming to a theater near you. Me, is that a threat? I'll give Disney some credit. They are brave enough to leave the comment section open. Wow, Disney, you are truly incredible. It took you 3 years, multiple rewrites, unnecessary CGI, and $209 million just for me to enjoy a comment section to a movie I will never watch. Bless you. Snow White, I don't need a princess to save me. Charming prince. Cool, now pass me your stepmother's number. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the bravest of them all? Disney for not locking the comment section. Yo, the internet is crazy. Honestly, I think people are overly hating. If you don't know any backstory to this and you just see this trailer, it's not that bad. It seems like they're hitting on all the themes that I remember from the original Snow White, as far as like they had the little dwarf with the diamonds in his eyes. I don't know. I don't think it's super terrible. Maybe that's a hot take, but I think that the internet is kind of maybe overreacting, or just like continuing on from the faux pas that we had a couple months ago with like the actress and how they were talking about the movie and stuff. You know. Let's see what Moon has to say,
As a
though.
result, it all just feels very disconnected. Disney's designed the film to look like the original movie and included moments from it, but there's no room for any of it in their modern retelling. And it leaves you wondering how they plan to fit the old hag tricking Snow White into eating the apple and Snow White bravely confronting the Queen in the same story. The one doesn't work with the other, unless of course they're hoping nostalgia will draw crowds and plan to swap them once they're in their seats. It just seems like nothing about any of this makes any sense. And this is all made worse by the fact that they use horrendous CGI. It feels like Disney took a scalpel to the original movie, but rather than carefully carving it into something new, it hacked away at this with reckless abandon. Every bit of animation feels oversaturated, artificial, and just lifeless. While the creatures move around and pull expressions similar to their 2D counterparts, there's just no life to them. None of the magic that Walt Disney originally thought of. They're essentially just glorified plushies, and the dwarves are even worse. Knowing the whole scandal about the dwarves to begin with,
these were going to be the original dwarves. Look at this shit. Full-size adults, all genders and fucking all of that shit. That was supposed to be the original, and then I guess they axed that, and they're gonna put like the CGI dwarves, you know. Made by JD. What up? What up? Appreciate you coming in here. Appreciate the follow. Shout out you. We're reacting right now to this Snow White movie and the controversy around it. A lot of people are hating on it. The new trailer they dropped a couple of days ago got almost 1 million dislikes and only like 20,000 likes. So it's clear that people are not fucking with it.
With Peter Dinklage even pressuring Disney not to use dwarf actors, it was originally supposed to be 7 diverse magical dwarves. But now seeing the huge backlash to that, their faces are an unfortunate combination of animation and hyper-realism, and the result's terrible. It's hard to believe that a studio like Disney with all its resources could have such terrible CGI. This is the same studio responsible for producing Narnia, and yet somehow even Narnia, an almost 20-year-old film with a smaller budget and less advanced technology, has better CGI. It's a real wonder how Disney went from designing a realistic lion with natural facial expressions to an over-cartoonized turtle. Knowing the amount of hate
I think this is the same shit that Lion King did too,
Disney
you know?
also seems to have really abandoned the production value here. And it's not just the animals and dwarfs
it's
that feel
coming on,
artificial.
I think,
the
in
sets
March.
look very obviously green screened, and something about the costumes feels off. They seem almost cheap and plastic, like toys designed for children rather than set pieces for a multi-million-dollar movie. The people are the only things that don't feel like they were pulled out of a cartoon. And as a result, they just look out of place. The only person who doesn't seem to look out of place in the trailer was the old hag. Now I know it's meant to be a kids movie and children may not be worried about the smaller details as much, but kids still deserve good
I will say the
content,
trailer
and so
didn't
do
look
adults.
as bad as
And
people
Disney's
are making
become
it.
so reliant on CGI in the last few years that their projects just seem so lazy. You don't even have to go that far back to see how much the over-reliance on CGI has changed the complete quality of the studio as a whole.
That's
and you know
facts.
it's just this corporate soulless board at the top of the company looking to cost cut and make as much profit from this stuff as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at the difference between Lily James's dress in Cinderella and Zegler's in the new trailer. There's absolutely no contrast. And the fact that there's barely a 10-year difference between the two films is devastating. Not even the acting can save this abomination.
I've never
of a
seen that
film,
Cinderella,
and in some
though, to be
cases,
honest.
it's actually contributing to its failure. While Rachel Zegler is currently one of the most disliked Disney actresses, due to her terrible interviews last year, her role isn't actually unearned.
She almost
can
fucked this
deliver
whole
the
movie
lines well,
up,
there's no
to be
denying
honest,
that
with
she
those
can sing.
interviews.
However, Gal Gadot's performance as the evil queen leaves
She
much
came
to
out
be
and did an
desired.
interview saying like, "Oh, this isn't gonna be a love story where I'm being saved by the prince. Snow White's gonna be a boss bitch in this movie." Like,
The thing about
What?
Disney villains is that they're meant to be dramatic, larger than life, and very fun to watch. No matter how evil they might be, you just can't help but enjoy every moment they're on
Right.
screen.
Maleficent
it's
was
because you
good.
just know that
Yeah,
the
I
actors
like
behind them were
Maleficent.
probably having the best time. They also have undeniable talent and presence. Even when hidden behind the facade of a cartoon lion, Jeremy Irons commands the room. Be Prepared is one of the most well-loved songs from The Lion King, because he and Jim Cummings put their all into the performance, which is a huge contrast to Gal Gadot, who really doesn't seem to care about this movie anymore, all while secretly hating her co-star and having no real presence for the character of the evil queen. This character is meant to be regal, cold, and calculating, someone so obsessed with her own beauty that she's willing to
Even the
command death
actors
of her
don't
own
fuck with her.
stepdaughter. Someone who loses that beauty because her obsession drives her to sacrifice it just so that she can rob someone else of theirs. But there doesn't seem to be any of that obsession in Gadot's version of the evil queen. While we could chalk this up to the fact that they've changed some aspects of the story, it's mostly because of Gal Gadot's delivery. She seems more stiff and just irritated that her stepdaughter has opinions, and her obsession with her beauty has become more surface level vanity. Just based on the trailer, we can tell that Gal Gadot's evil queen orders Snow White's death, and it will probably have very little intimidation behind it. In less than 2.5 minutes, Disney seems to have destroyed their most prized creation, the original film that started it all for Disney, and it seems like
Damn, that
nobody
was
on
the
the set
first
even cares
Disney
about
movie.
the film, with most of the actors seemingly hating the original characters.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937,
This.
and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be
yeah.
saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
And the production crew constantly changing what's
She
actually
ruined
gonna
the movie
happen in
with
the
that
movie.
one interview.
Since being cast, Rachel Zegler has been one of the studio's biggest problems.
Yeah.
She's been at the center of numerous controversies and gone out of her way to make enemies with people with much more power than her, and even her own co-star. But unfortunately for Disney, her latest scandal wasn't a spat with a more popular celebrity or even the characters like she did previously. This time, she decided she would take on more than half of her country. Now, whether you're left or right wing, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, she
It's
started
all about
chiming
virtue
in
signaling
about
Hollywood,
politics
which
and
is why
shit.
when Trump won the election recently, Zegler was not happy, but not for any normal reasons. Showing that she needed to prove to the world that she was on the right side of history, she took to her Instagram and wrote a strongly worded story about how disappointed and heartbroken she was over the country's decision, calling Trump a threat to democracy and finishing off her post with a wish that Trump and his supporters would never know peace. No matter which side of the political aisle you're on, this is a pretty strong statement for a mainstream actor.
Yeah.
Not really the sort of thing you want from a woman playing a Disney princess.
Disney was probably
As more than half
pissed
the
when they
country
saw
were
that.
understandably angered by
Right.
Zegler's words.
All those-
and
those
started
people
calling
like
for her
Disney
to be
movies too,
fired,
you know?
Which isn't the first time that people have called for this. After this, people suspected that Disney sent her a very stern email, as Zegler quickly returned to Instagram to deliver a half-hearted apology. She explained that she let her emotions get the best of her, and and was committed to contributing positively towards a better tomorrow. The apology is very carefully worded, as if Disney had told her exactly what to say. However, no one else was buying it. Zegler had shown her true colors once again, and after many forced apologies, nobody was buying it anymore. But it wasn't just hurting Snow White's chances of success, it was also poking holes in Disney's paper-thin arguments over its integrity, as there's been far too many scandals to count with Disney in recent years. And we've actually made several videos in the past discussing just this.
I don't know why they take an
Disney
original
seeing
story
the
and
backlash
then
they've got to all their
make a
virtue
movie
seeking
about
stuff,
it,
and now trying to reel it in.
Yeah, I know.
But it seems like they're losing
I think
control
they just
of all of
remake
this,
it
which is
because
why
they're
many-
just trying to squeeze that lemon for all of its juice, right? Like, you know, recreating a story that everyone's like nostalgic about and are aware of is much more of a sure like way to make money in Disney's opinion than trying to come up with like a new story or something, you know.
Many suspect that Disney is once again bracing itself for a rough start to 2025. This comes after many years of disaster.
Yeah, look at this. Disney's down. Their stock, their money, like people aren't as big of fans of like the woke agenda, you know, like especially when it comes to like pushing it on kids, right? Like you know, leave that out of the kids movies, man. Let the kids just enjoy the movies and enjoy the stories and the and the escapism that Disney was supposed to provide. Like for, you know, me, I'm a 90s kid. I grew up like loving Disney, and you know, so it's crazy to see like the change. But you got to imagine, like, you know, it's just business, and at some point they were convinced that like, oh, we got to be more woke and like progressive if we want to stay in business. But it turns out it's kind of like the opposite is true, to be honest, because you know, I think parents are maybe a little bit more conservative actually than anything.
Money has just been going down the drain for the company recently. Now, of course, Disney is notorious for having big budgets for its films. It dedicates thousands of hours and millions of dollars to projects that people love.
Yeah.
However, it seems like as the cost of projects has gone up, the quality has also taken a nosedive, as we can quite clearly see with Snow White. According to Forbes, production costs have jumped up to $269.4 million, and that was just because of reshoots after the backlash over Disney's replacements for the dwarves and other elements of the movie.
So they had to
this time, the
reshoot all
studio
that
can
stuff.
only blame itself. While Disney was forced to admit they'd overspent their budget, it refused to admit defeat. A $55.5 million reimbursement from the UK government gave the studio a bit of leeway, but the cost of the film was still insane. And the crazy thing is that these aren't even the final numbers.
That's a lot.
And yet, by looking at the trailers and the reception to
Look
it
at that,
online, it seems like this
700,000
movie is going to be
dislikes.
yet another giant train wreck for the studio. For
Crazy.
almost 2 years now, Disney has spent so much money on reshoots, post-production, and marketing just for this movie. So it's safe to assume that by the time Snow White makes it onto the big screen, its total cost will be well over $300 million. Because of the drama surrounding the upcoming movie, most doubt it will even break even, much less profits.
That's
to put into
crazy.
perspective, The Little Mermaid suffered a $5 million loss, and this was despite having a lead actress that was at least likable. Meanwhile, Zegler appears to be one of the main reasons people are
That Little
off watching
Mermaid
Snow
movie
White.
was trash
Not to mention
too,
the
though.
huge list of all the other things.
Yeah,
With
that's
this
a
in
crazy
context, it's
ratio.
easy to understand why they avoided releasing the official trailer and poster for so long. Arguably, the best thing Disney can do now is accidentally lose all the footage from the project and use it as a tax write-off.
Damn, that's insane. So yeah, we'll see. I'll be honest, that trailer wasn't as bad as I think people are making it, but I understand why like it could be disappointing when you expect this movie that has been like such a staple in like all of our childhoods, right? Like even like, you know, it came out in 1937, so even like our parents grew up watching Snow White, you know, so you have like high expectations, and then they like go completely woke with it, and then the main actress is like super unlikable, and then they reel back the wokeness because they're like, oh wait, people don't like this, and then they replace it with like this cheap looking CGI. Clearly they're trying to cut costs and not lose as much as they're gonna lose, and man, it's crazy. We'll see. I mean, I think I'll probably watch that, but once it's maybe on like Disney Plus or something, you know, see what all the hype is about, or hate, I guess. All right, let's see. This is some political clip. She couldn't help herself.
I find joy
Kamala.
in the American people.
Joy.
But joy cometh in the morning.
That was her like whole
Never
political
let anyone
message. Joy.
Take your joy from you.
Love and joy.
I call myself a joyful warrior. Right?
Joyful warrior. How's it going now? Hilarious moment. Joe Biden savagely mocks Kamala Harris' "Feel the Joy" line.
just for a moment when you leave here today that you feel, I don't know, a sense of joy. Because I think we all need like this, you know, we all need to feel joy now.
Meanwhile,
Donald Trump. Get you somebody that looks at Jill the way Jill looks at Trump. So they were at an event and Biden had to go like do a speech or something. And so Jill Biden was right next to Trump and she was like giving him googly eyes the whole time. So I think Jill and Joe Biden actually like Donald Trump. There was a lot of speculation about that too, because it was a clip where Biden like wore a Trump hat, and he put it on kind of like jokingly, but people are secretly saying like ever since he stepped down as like runner up for president, he's hated Kamala and like loved Trump. So it seems like even their own opinions about Kamala like shifted at that point. And so you could see here like she's loving Trump and she's like kind of digging at Kamala and her whole like joy campaign. Jill was very nice. A great conversation. Donald Trump posted that meme.
You're all reading into that.
So somebody called her on it and she said, "You're reading into it." Seeing red, social media erupts over First Lady Jill Biden's election day outfit. What was her outfit on election day? All red. Look at no love to Kamala. Ignores Kamala.
I call myself a joyful warrior.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
The YouTube community is
this one's called "Fake Restoration Videos Are Ruining YouTube." I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. Like they'll buy like an old like I don't know, cheese grinder or an old like I don't know, freaking some type of metal tool or something, and they'll like restore it like to brand new. So it's all rusty. They break it apart, put it in like an acid bath and like rebuild it. I think that's what they're talking about with restoration videos, but let's see how that's ruining YouTube.
Is no stranger to staged or highly scripted content. From staged pranks to overdramatic challenge videos.
Yeah.
Everyone is used to creators being a little
Everything's
over
fake.
the top.
Everything's
that's
fake.
Generally okay for the most part. However, there is a growing category of content that from the outside is wholesome and seemingly innocent, but in reality thrives on outright lying to viewers, destruction, and often even going to extreme lengths of cruelty in order to harvest more clicks and AdSense revenue.
No
Is
way.
they're just compiling rescue videos of actual sea turtles intermittently with ones that are not legitimate?
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist.
Are they
I
hurting
create
the
weekly
turtles?
YouTube
Don't do that.
documentaries, and today we'll be investigating. The situation has only got worse, as my original video was falsely copyright claimed, resulting in half the video being cut out after uploading, and ultimately being no longer recommended to anyone. And since then, this problem has only seemingly got worse. Restoration videos have been a viral staple on YouTube for over 3 years.
Yeah, I love the
with
restoration
each having
videos.
several subcategories. The most common variant involves creators discovering rusty, aged, or seemingly naturally damaged items, and then documenting
laptop
the steps
rusty?
of
That's
restoring
crazy.
it back into its intended form. The content grabs viewers by showing a thumbnail featuring an extremely corroded and damaged item, begging the question of what it would look like if it were brand new. While their restoration process might seem incredibly effective at returning these damaged objects into their original form,
His
a
audio's
closer
off,
look
that's not
reveals
me.
some very apparent issues. From artificially aging metal with fake rust to intentionally mangling electronics, these channels were willing to do anything to manipulate viewers.
This
into
is the same thing, I think, as like those guys who do like survival hut building, or like they'll be out in the woods and they'll like build a crazy like water slide, or like, I don't know. I guess apparently like those videos are completely fake, and they'll even bring in like excavators and like huge cat bulldozers to like create the fake pool or create the mud hut, and it's all fake, you know, for views. And obviously like no hate to them, right? If you got a lane, like take the lane, but it is kind of like, oh, I'm appalled because I'm watching this stuff thinking it's like, amazing, you know, and there's nothing amazing to it, I think, if you like peel back the curtain. And I guess that's the same thing with these Rust videos.
These items were being authentically restored. This got so bad that it began to affect real restoration channels who would suffer on YouTube due to not being able to keep up with the competition of the fakers, who can pump out more dramatic restorations more often. This resulted in real restoration expert Backyard Ballistics creating a video educating his viewers on how to spot the phonies.
Another thing that could give away one of these fakes is the presence of uncovered areas that have been missed during the application of fake rust. For example, a Slink's Weevil could leave a shadow during spraying, and there's no natural process that would leave such an appearance, so we can conclude with high confidence that we're looking at some form of fake rust.
So there's a fake rust you could spray. That's crazy.
Into two categories: mild fakes and strong fakes. Mild fakes are when an object in good condition is intentionally damaged using natural processes to make it look more aged or corroded. For example, the creator might bury the item, expose it to water, or place it in a humid environment to speed up the rusting or decay. The damage is real, and so is the restoration process. It's just the decay was deliberately caused for the sake of the video. Mild fakes can still be valuable because the techniques used in the restoration process are genuine. Backyard Ballistics does a good job explaining how to spot mild fakes.
First of all, corrosion that happened over many years looks different. Look for these lamps. They are very hard crystals of corrosion products, and they take very long to form. This one was on the K98KR restored. Another one where you can clearly see them is the Model 91 Carcano, and also the Steyr 1912 that I did last. In order to
so
cause
it's
this
like
rusting on
deeper
purpose, I would have needed
lumps
to start doing it before I even thought of doing YouTube. So if you see these, the decay was probably genuine.
Strong fakes, on the other hand, are completely staged. The object wasn't damaged naturally or even through realistic processes. Instead, the creator uses materials like paints, dyes, or fillers to make it look rusted or decayed. Essentially, it's all for show, and the restoration process is more about theatrics than actual skill. Strong fakes.
You know what's crazy is instead of trying to fake the videos, mild fakes does sound pretty real to me. I mean, I guess when you see something that's old though, you want to believe like, oh, that that gun has been sitting somewhere for 50 years and now they're just fixing it for somebody's grandpa who like wants to see his old gun back in all of its glory. But I think what's crazy is these like extreme fakes, if they're putting all this work in to make it look rusty, that might be a more interesting video. Like show us how you like weather a video. I watch Adam Savage, the dude from Mythbusters. He has a channel called Tested. And he makes like movie props all the time. And I love watching that process. He'll put like fake rust and he'll paint it and like put dirt, and he kind of like shows that process. Like you might get more views just showing how you make it look old than trying to fake it with fucking paint and then act like you spend all your time cleaning that shit up.
Fakes often have little to no educational value because the problems they quote fix were never real to begin with. And Backyard Ballistics explains it best how to spot these.
You can usually spot this kind of scammy content quite easily just by looking carefully.
Yeah.
For example, there is no reason for a plastic or rubber piece to become rust colored, nor for a steel object to develop green or bluish corrosion products.
Yeah.
If you see a steel object with green stuff on it, then what you're looking at is most certainly fake.
By the start of 2023, more and more fake restoration channels had stopped trying to repair the electronics in their videos and just got to the point where they destroyed items on camera. Following this, they'd use editing tricks to make it look like the item was being restored by adding reassembly clips from when it was brand new.
Look at this! That is a new circuit board that he's putting in there. If you remember, some of those elements there had heavy rust on them. Now they're perfect from just soapy water. The red flaps,
that's
that
crazy.
Like new plastic. If we go back in the video, let's have a look at them here. Now let's go back here and have a look at what they've turned out like. So from this dirty looking flap to this flap, which looks pristine and new.
As if needlessly breaking consumer electronics wasn't bad enough, these channels would scale up their destructive strategy to whole motorcycles. While a majority of viewers didn't notice the inherent problems with cleaning engine parts this way, there were a few members of the audience willing to point out this flaw, with a commenter stating, "This is not how you restore a motorcycle. Frame not entirely dismantled before paint removal or painting, painting over steerer bearings and ignition barrel, filler over the top of primer, what looked like soapy water to clean engine block and components, the worst painting technique I've ever witnessed."
That's
as deceptive
crazy.
and destructive as fake restoration might seem, that is only truly the tip of the iceberg and actually looks completely innocent and harmless when you look on the darker side of the niche. With cute animal content being a staple on YouTube, these depraved creators quickly figured out that restoring or rescuing animals could generate exponentially more views.
Restoring animals?
Videos would revolve around creators encountering animals in supposed distress or danger and then saving them. What seems to the unsuspecting viewer as wholesome content that is worth supporting.
I have seen a video like that where a turtle had like a bunch of barnacles on its back and it looked like it had like maybe it was like caught up in some trash and they literally like took all of that stuff off of it and put it back in the water. So you telling me that shit could be fake? They're putting that stuff on an animal just to get it? Nah, that's crazy. Those guys gotta go to jail. What the hell?
Unfortunately, many of these channels were doing anything but helping these defenseless animals, oftentimes putting them in real danger and harm's way just to play the hero when they are, quote, saved. One of the most common and unexpected forms of fake animal videos involves freshwater turtles and barnacles.
That's what I was just talking about.
Barnacles, you may be asking? Well, barnacles are tiny sea creatures that naturally stick to things like rocks, boats, and sometimes
whales.
Even sea turtles.
I see whales get them
harm
too.
Sea turtles, and it's a normal sight in the ocean. However, with the rise of oddly satisfying videos on YouTube, barnacle removal videos started trending. But since sea turtles are rare and often hard to come by, many creators have found a way to fake this content by using freshwater turtles instead. These YouTubers go as far as actually gluing barnacles, shells, and dirt onto freshwater turtle shells, making it look like they
are you
need
really
cleaning.
gluing that
Then
shit on there?
They film themselves saving these turtles by scraping the glued barnacles off. What many viewers don't realize is that this process causes real pain for the turtles. Their shells have nerve endings, so they can feel every scrape, leading to not only damage to the outer shell, but also deep internal trauma. It's a terrible form of animal abuse that from the outside, viewers don't really know is actually going on.
Not cool, bro.
Investigations done by YouTube channel New England Reptile reveal that there are a few individuals behind most of these videos, and that they keep using the same freshwater turtles over and over again.
So after downloading and scrubbing through nearly 200 barnacle removal videos, I've come to the conclusion that 99% of these videos are made by the same person. There's just one creep doing this. I've spotted about 6 different species of turtles used in these videos. After a while,
if they're freshwater, they wouldn't have ocean stuff on them.
And I wasn't at all surprised. They're using the same turtles over and over again.
No. And with comments on these videos such as, "It's so nice to see kind people like you helping out these little turtles," it's obvious that most people don't seem to realize just how disturbing and cruel the content they're watching truly is. Happily watching these freshwater turtles have...
One of the most viral videos of all time is that one video, and I'm sure you've seen it, I'm sure chat has seen it, where they find that turtle and he has a straw like stuck in his nose and they got to take it out. That video went dumb viral and probably created this whole new wave of like animal rescue videos, you know? It's insane.
Tons of dirt and barnacles glued to their shells, just to be satisfyingly scraped off with sharp metal tools to create viral content.
Giant barnacles? Are you serious, dude? These are literally rocks. I didn't watch this dude's channel yet. Look, that one's falling off because you just glued it.
You can see the little glue.
You can see the super glue coming off. You can see the super glue on the side of the turtle. You can
that's
see
crazy.
That's not even super glue. That's hot glue. So you put burning hot glue, which is basically melted plastic, to the shell of the turtle, which can feel all of this. This is the worst offender I've seen. This channel, Rescue Sea Turtle. This dude sucks.
The worst part about these channels is that even after they are terminated, they simply create new channels and repost the same content.
Yeah, I don't think the straw one was fake. I think that was real, but I just think it created a wave of like this type of
come
shit.
in many forms. There are some underlying principles that are common to all of them. First of all, putting
I think that video, the reason why I brought it up is because I think it created a culture of people who like to see, especially turtles, getting like rescued, you know? Like everyone loves the turtles, right? Like save the turtles. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I go places and they got the freaking stupid ass cardboard straws. Like I don't even go to restaurants anymore if they have those. I'm like, I'm not coming to this next time because if it gets all soggy and shit, it's so stupid. But still, people don't like to see turtles in distress, and I think that created a whole like wave of people that don't fuck with that. So it makes sense that there would be people that are ready to exploit turtles for their own benefit, you know?
And animals into real or staged danger. Second of all, they frame human intervention as the only way to make the situation better. And then finally, finally, they have a massive list of uploads with almost identical restoration or rescue formats, oftentimes with the same item or animal being rescued or restored several times. An often overlooked aspect of fake or staged content is just how much misinformation they spread. Anyone watching these videos without restoration experience could try and replicate these hazardous cleaning methods and severely damage the item they are restoring or injure themselves. And it only gets worse when you apply this to videos involving living creatures. One could only imagine the number of people being fooled into thinking removing barnacles from turtle shells is a good idea. You would think having the entire YouTube community being aware of fake videos would make them less common. But you'd be wrong. Staged content keeps evolving to hide its more apparent flaws, and developed new ways to manipulate viewers into engaging with their content. Thankfully, there are still professionals out there making efforts to educate fans about these insidious tactics. On the 3rd of November 2024, a marine biologist and YouTuber by the name of K Passionate would upload a video titled How to Spot Fake Animal Rescue Videos. While the video was primarily meant to expose the dubious sides of animal rescue content, K Passionate would go beyond that, highlighting the danger these types of videos could have on both people and animals.
The sea otter fled in haste to a fishing boat to escape from the killer whale. Once aboard, the otter appeared visibly panicked, continuously scanning the water's surface as if searching for something.
This video claims a distressed sea otter mom was separated from her pup. It actually says children multiple times, but that's fine. The video has 4 million views and is entirely fake.
K Passionate would go on to explain that while the 2 sea otters in the video were indeed rescued, the narration around the video was a complete lie.
The narration in this video is completely fictional, however. The otter was not searching for her own child. It was just escaping the orcas. In fact, we don't even know if it's a female. We then cut to a rescued baby sea otter. Fun fact, I used to work at this facility and I know the people seen caring for this otter who was separated from her mother and flown to a rescue facility. But that rescue story is nothing like the one that the video is telling.
But likely very hungry, having finished a whole bottle of milk. The staff showed immense compassion, purchasing many cute toys for the little ones. However, being so young, they would cry if they couldn't find their mother.
We then cut to a video showing a completely different species of animal in an entirely different facility.
Oh, shit.
The previous clips showed sea otter pups, and this is a river otter pup. Adorable, but unrelated.
As if the story around the otters wasn't wild enough already, the AI narrator would claim that the 2 otters later had a heartwarming reunion.
Fortunately, 2 weeks later, the people on the boat managed to contact the rescue center.
What?
Finally, the mother and her children were reunited. The sea otter excitedly embraced her recovered child, tears of gratitude streaming down her face.
Tears of gratitude?
Oh, that was horrible. None of which ever happened. Joey was deemed non-releasable by the Department of Fisheries and Oceans Canada, and you can see him today if you visit Vancouver, along with this rescued pup seen earlier.
Without any additional context, someone watching this feel-good video might assume that the otter was genuinely separated and unknowingly share a completely fabricated story across social media. Fortunately, K Passionate had ways to get around this.
While it might seem harmless to like and share a feel-good story like this, it can actually be pretty dangerous if the video is fake. One of the first questions I ask when I see one of these stories is who posted the video. Is it from a trusted source? There are a lot of really incredible people and organizations out there rescuing.
This guy's crazy. He'll go and literally find like a whole school of like, I don't know if that's what they're called, freaking seals or otters that have, there'll be one in the group that has like some rope around his neck or a fishing net or something. And he'll literally catch them in this net, and it's like a cone net where they try to get out, and all it does is it grabs them tighter and tighter, and then he can unzip it and like cut off the stuff, and they like put their weight on them to like get the stuff off, and then they let them go. Which those videos are pretty fun to watch, and it's pretty crazy like that there's that many animals like affected by nets and trash and ropes and shit.
Rescuing animals and sharing their stories on social media.
Look at that. To cover their tracks, these fake animal rescue pages will frequently use positive sounding names for their pages and try to use disclaimers to hide copyright abuse.
But I'm always suspicious.
This is only going to get crazier with AI and shit.
With names like heartwarming animal rescues or animal kindness, especially ones that use text to voice narration. A dead giveaway is a disclaimer in the descriptions that will look like this. Contact the owner first to use this photo. All rights are reserved and belong to this photo's owner. please DM for credit or removal, or no copyright infringement intended.
In addition to this, K-Passionate would point out the lack of continuity as another telltale sign of fake animal rescue videos.
The next thing I look for is continuity. Are we seeing the same animal, or are they cutting back and forth between different animals or even different species?
Yeah.
Do we see the same people from one clip to the next?
Finally, K-Passionate advised people should fact-check the supposed danger to animals before jumping to conclusions.
Which brings me to the next thing that I look for when I see an animal video. Does it seem remotely plausible based on what we know about the animals involved? This video claims the whale is in pain from these barnacles and the humans are helping it by removing them. When you get a chance, Google, "Are barnacles bad for whales?" You'll quickly learn that whales and barnacles have a symbiotic relationship that can be mutually beneficial, and that barnacles do not harm the whales in any way, shape, or form.
It goes without saying, but fake animal rescue or restoration videos rely
We
on
just find it
manipulating your
satisfying
emotions
to like
go
see that
viral,
stuff
and this
get taken
often
off
has
of them.
serious consequences for everyone.
It's like the
A
oddly
prime illustration
satisfying
of this
niche
is how
of
these videos
video
encourage
content.
people to disturb animals in the wild.
Yeah, crazy. Well, now that's gonna ruin restoration videos and animal rescue videos for me.
This video is sponsored
The decline of California Pizza Kitchen. What happened? Let's see.
by Stamps.com. Free
I love this guy, the company man. I don't know if you guys ever seen this video. This guy's
California
videos.
Pizza Kitchen. It's
He'll
all in
break
the
down
name, right? It is a
businesses
national chain
and what
of
happened to
casual
them.
dining restaurants that has not been doing too well. Since 2011, about half of them have shut down
Those
in the
animal rescue
United
videos have
States,
changed
going
forever.
from
Yeah, facts.
265 locations all the way down to 131. But probably the most
I haven't been to
evident proof of the
CPK in
decline
like
is the fact
at
that
least
the company
8
filed
years,
for
probably.
bankruptcy in July of 2020. I mean, that is never a good sign, right? So
Ooh.
obviously, the pandemic had a negative effect on a casual dining restaurant where 78% of their customers would typically dine in the restaurant. But I do want to point out that half of the closings had already occurred in the years leading up to the pandemic, so there was
Yeah.
already existing issues. Now, considering California Pizza Kitchen has had many different owners over its 4 decades of history, it can be
It
difficult.
wasn't bad, but I would say CPK, like just the price for what you get and like the type of pizza, I don't know. And I think their crust was like a little thinner for me. I like thin crust sometimes, but CPK like started kind of losing its like we just stopped going, right? You know,
Difficult to put it all together into a comprehensive picture that explains how everything got to where it is today. So I think it would be valuable to separately go through each of these owners and talk about the impact, positive or negative, that they had on the brand.
We'll skip through this one. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing.
Founders, Larry Flax and Rick Rosenfield. Now, these are two unusual people to start a pizzas. I'm talking about toppings that you would never even expect
we're gonna
to
skip
see
this video.
on a
Actually,
pizza. Well,
we get the
considering
idea.
Spago
They're
was
bankrupt. This is a music video that was on trending. Gia Margaret Hinoki Wood. I like claymation. Okay.
So now we know.
All right. This one is Remy Ma calls Papoose out for cheating with Clarissa Shields, and Papoose fires back. So if you're not aware, Papoose and Remy Ma, they're married. They've been together for a long time. Apparently, they're trying. Papoose is trying to get a divorce, but Remy Ma won't give it to him, and she's been calling him out for cheating when he's saying, "I'm just moving on. Like I got a new girl. I'm moving on. We don't live together." So let's see. There's been some drama today, though. They've been airing each other out on social media.
Remy and Papoose as black love
Little
couples.
Caesars,
we've
the
been on
go-to
that
pizza
for
joint.
years.
Facts. I fuck with Little
Pat
Caesars.
held Remy down while she served 6 years in prison. She ain't had nothing to worry about because he held everything down from her son to the home and everything. When she came home, everything was cool. After that, things got a little rocky. Last year, rumors started to spread that Remy was dealing with a battle rapper named Easy the Block Captain. And at one of the events, because she has this battle rap league, Chrome 23, and she hosts these rap battles. And at one of the rap battles, allegedly she was hugged up with battle rapper Easy Block the Captain. And Easy the Block Captain, yeah. And Pap supposedly came in there. They got into a little scuffle, and the event got shut down. Remy never confirmed it. It was no videos. It was nothing. It was just hearsay or whatever, right? And people who saw this, they ran to the blogs to report it. Like, yo, Remy came in there. I mean, Remy was in there, hugged up with Cho, and Pap came in there, shut it down. They had a little scuffle. And because of that, they didn't even get past the third round. So Remy she didn't say anything about it, but she hopped online to just apologize because it's her event. People pay money to see these rap battles and stuff like that. It's a real thing. The whole rap battle thing is like a real thing. So
yeah, I'm tapped in with the rap battle.
In another battle, rapper Geechee Gotti, he's the person who was rapping.
Shout out Geechee Gotti, I fuck with bro.
He's rapping against Easy the Block Captain, and he kind of fueled the rumors of what happened at the other rap battle before.
Like, I don't give a if you this nigga. Just tell him stop spewing the business. If found out you was to help, that could really ruin your image. We talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. That's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That held you down in prison for 6 years. It was nice he cried big. I know it was nice he cried big tears. He stood by you by your biggest accomplishment, front row giving you big cheers. Now y'all got a beautiful baby girl who oh so amazing. He'd be damned if he lose you to this bozo with braces. Hey, the world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through, but this behind closed doors running his mouth like a supposed to do. Got making blogs and YouTubes, people arguing in the comments if those posts is true. Cause them TMZ and Shade Room outlets, they only know you.
I like gangster gossip. That's how you gossip
That's
if you're a
crazy.
man.
That's
Put it in a
crazy.
battle rap.
Gangster gossip.
That's for
He just
podcasts
gossiped
on
all through the
YouTube.
bars.
So you want to gossip, put in a battle rap.
Nah,
then.
that's battle rap. You know, everything is open for battle rap.
Is there
Gangster gossip.
Is there a rap
Gangster
battle
Gangster
podcast?
gossip
Y'all
is
ain't
crazy.
never hear that.
I don't know.
It need to be one. It's crazy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but they got to
We
gossip like that,
podcasts
though. They got to report the news like
Yeah.
that. I seen you out cheating, Ma. We saw you everywhere.
Yo,
shut up. So after videos from that rap battle circulated, Remy addressed the rumors that she was outside and somebody asked her what they thought about it. I mean, you asked her to respond to it, and that's what she said.
But he was, I don't know if you, how comfortable or uncomfortable you were with him standing there just saying all of this to you.
Listen, it's battle rap. I knew when I got in here, like I done been to 1,000 battles, seen the battle turn, say something to bleed, say something to smack, like so I'm used to it. It's like, it's to be expected. This is not the first time somebody said my name in one of the rounds, but...
See, if she would have rapped it, it would have been harder.
Yeah,
She did rap a part of it.
You ain't never seen me anywhere.
Now she did rap a part of it. She was like, because if I'd have jumped in and she did like a little bar or two.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she
Okay,
did.
okay.
Like kind of played with it a little bit.
Gotcha.
Well, the general public will never know what happened with that or would know what was really going on. So that's all they had to do was speculate, right? This morning, Remy gave us a whole story, child. So around 3 o'clock, Remy posted a screenshot of a text conversation between Pat Poose and another woman, and the woman happens to be world champion boxer Claressa Shields. And this is the thing. Before I read this, Remy she came in the house, right? Well, I don't know if she came in the house. I'm just adding shit. Adding stuff. She came in the house.
Oh yeah, they can't cuss because it's
fell
the
asleep on the
fucking
phone
Breakfast
with
Club.
Claressa, right? And
That's that good boo loving.
yeah, like he fell asleep, but she was still talking, right? And so when she heard Remy's voice, she hung up, and so the phone was still open. So she just must have started going through text messages, and this is what she found. This is
Bro
what she
fell
posted, too.
asleep on
You
the
take
call.
Now this is Claressa talking to Pat. You take accountability. You are the one who is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safe or to communicate that you fell asleep in a Sprinter. He said, after the office, I'm going to a Christmas party at the office. The CEO asked me to come last week. You don't know that, do you? She said, Pap, I don't care. You have to tell me nothing. She meant to say, you don't got to tell me nothing. But Remy shared that, and she captioned this. Papoose dumbass fell asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields, laying in my house. He refused to leave. This bitch supposed to be a world champion boxer and get scary, and her scary ass hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm telling everything. Oh, and baby girl, you're not the only one.
Papoose got a type, and his type is women that can fight.
Yeah, obviously.
Damn. Yeah, that's true. Remy Ma's a
she was
gangster.
still awake because she commented as soon as that post went up, and she said, this can't be serious. You have 2 boyfriends. And Remy responded back and said, that's what he told you, LOL. So Claressa also shared something to our story that she since deleted. It said, how a woman with 2 boyfriends mad at a man that has a girlfriend? And tag Remy Ma. If I ain't the only one, why the hell you tagging me? So Remy kept going and shared another post on her story. She said, this lady, Clarissa Shields, and that sorry-ass publicity team been putting out fake stories on me every day to make me look bad and make him look like God's gift for too long. I begged Papoose to put out something to stop the narrative, and he kept telling me to just stay quiet. And that's the best thing to do. Well, I'm tired.
Scaring a world
and he said he
boxing
would never F you 'cause
champion
you
is
ugly.
crazy.
But don't worry,
Facts.
I saw everything. Now the world gonna see it too. Since you so tough, boo.
There were stories out about Remy. I ain't seen none of that.
Neither did I.
That
After
head-to-head
all of that,
fight could be
Papoose,
something.
shared
Could
a
be
story.
something really
This is
entertaining.
the only thing that he said. He said, sad to say, Remy is a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing the victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle things like a civilized adult. I didn't want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remain quiet through this all. Remy came back and shared another screenshot of the messages that yeah, she must have been going through that phone. That nigga must have been sleep. You know what I mean? And this is what happened. She said, this is more messages from Clarissa. I know you hate the internet games, but you need to do something about this girl. My PR team gonna freak out when they see this. I can't be up there exposing her, etc. before December 25th, the movie coming out. You got your other phone yet? LOL, don't worry. I'm not worried about nothing she say or put in her story. I just need you to clear it up as soon as you can. So Remy posted that also with a caption, Papoose, you effing dummy. Hey, Miss Shields, he took your advice, but not before I screenshotted y'all convo. Oh, he was getting me arrested? The woman that never effed off on him in 17 years while plotting with one of his chicks to try to destroy me? The same woman that could have been used my platform to expose you. I got all your pics and messages from the chicks while I was away, and he was holding me down. But she put holding me down and quote.
Thanks for tapping in.
And she said, F your movie, ma.
We reacted to this Papoose and Remy Ma drama going on today.
Added this. He about to say he wrote my rhymes. Imagine that. And if anything sexual leaks about me, it was him because he threatened that too.
You hate
this
to see
is
it,
messy.
man. You hate to see
messy.
it. Remy and Pat were the symbolism.
Nasty.
They were the symbolism of black love, and it sucks to see them going through this because once things go public like this, there is no coming back.
There's no
return.
You're not putting the lid back on
Also,
that.
I need Clarissa to stay focused because her name's been in a lot of stuff lately, and it's probably because her life is about to go to another level.
Yeah.
Because she's got her movie coming out Christmas Day called The Fire Inside, starring Ryan Destiny. Don't let nothing distract you, Clarissa. You got a very bright future.
Yeah.
All great promo for the movie though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just hope that they all could just calm it down. Like you said, we know Remy and Pat personally. We know Clarissa Shields personally. I just hope that they're able to work it out because they got a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You don't want their 6-year-old going to school and
Bro
saying
said
that,
he
so
wants a
hopefully they
divorce though. Like,
be adults and work this
And
out.
I need the gangster gossip
I
from the
was gonna
battle
say,
rappers.
nah,
I know
we
they
need
about
Remy
to be
to drop
fire
an
with the
album
boss.
now.
I'm sure it's coming.
That'd be
All
be
right.
best.
Well, that is just with the mess.
Sure is.
Let's get to the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Crazy.
Wake that ass up.
Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, I got a real diverse viewership or content. Lineup here. This is a new game from Pokemon, a new card game, and they're just a little trailer for it. Trading card game. This type of stuff is getting popular because it's kind of giving people that same dopamine you'd get from opening up a real pack of cards, right? Like, you're not sure if you're going to get a good holograph or whatever. So, like, this is basically trying to give them, like, a digital version of that dopamine because I guess that's, like, the real reason why people buy cards. So, if you could digitize it and scale it up, I guess that's what everyone's doing, so. Yeah, and then you flip through them all. Tight. It would be cool if these were like super rare and worth money that you could like trade to other players and build some value, but I doubt that's going to be the case. I think it's just going to be more of like maybe like a digital flex you could show people like, oh, I got the Aerodactyl. Tight. Oh, you be opening blind packs and stuff? I could imagine it's addicting. You know, it's crazy too when you see somebody that has experience. They know, like, all right, let me flip it. Let me put the last card here, so they could get to it at the end. That's crazy. That's cool. Let's see what people are saying. I'm still trying to complete genetics. I guess these people are into it. The pack ready sound effect made me jump. I thought my pack was ready. What's the pack ready sound effect? Oh, tight.
Hey guys,
Chris Fix.
Chris Fix here, and today I'm going to show
He
you.
does a lot of car repair stuff. I really like his videos. He's like really thorough with it. This is a long video. I'm probably not going to watch the whole thing, but how to finish your abandoned project car.
How to complete your abandoned project car, and this is not how I wanted to start off this video.
He's out in
but
Florida,
here's what
so it
happened
looks
to
like
my project car. First off, this is my first real hurricane that I've ever experienced, and this car has seen better days.
He moved
Just
to
look at all
Florida
this water.
after
Now,
getting
sometimes
successful
stuff like
from
this
New
is
Jersey.
What you need to get motivated to restart that project that's been sitting. And although this doesn't look good, it kind of is.
They
So
only
right
give 2
here,
packs
right
a day?
now is
Oh,
the fresh,
shit.
new, moist restart
I'ma check
of the
that out.
$300 Turbo Del Sol project. And for those of you who don't know, here's how this all started. So like any car guy, I was looking for used cars online. I use Auto Tempest, which allows you to search tons of car for sale websites all at once. And I wanted a car from being in good shape. The rattle can paint job, the steel
Turbo
wheels,
Del
dry
Sol.
rotted tires, and just tons of small broken parts everywhere. Luckily, the owner was very friendly, and looking back, he was actually very honest about everything, which is rare these days.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
My name's Jensen, man. Nice
to
finally
meet you.
Yeah, same. All right, so here I got, my 93 Del Sol. To be completely honest with you, it does have a blown head gasket.
How's I
at the
already got a
moment.
Chris Fix license
Control
plate?
arm's a little squeaky here and
Wasn't even sure if
Let's
it
see
was
the
in first, and
chapters.
as I drove, I noticed the car felt very
Inspecting
loose and
it,
the suspension
replace
was
the head
funky and
gasket,
banging on
repair
every
rust
bump.
hole.
But the car did drive, and I was able to
Yeah,
shift
I'm not
it
gonna
into
watch this on
multiple
stream.
gears.
It's like too. I feel like it's too slow, But I'll watch this later. It's good, like comfort content. I put that on in the background while I'm just like working or something, and I'll watch that shit. Deadpool and Kidpool help side kids. What is this? 1 million views almost today.
Woo! Benevolence is thirsty work.
Have I seen
Way
the
too
Hawk
nuts.
2 coin scandals? Yes, dude. That shit is crazy. The dude who helped her do that, his name is Doc Hollywood. I don't know if you know about Doc Hollywood, but he's he used to be like a producer and artist. He made that song We Run LA. And I actually knew him like back in the day. I helped him like shoot videos, and when he did that music video, I was there the day they shot that video, so I'm familiar with that dude Doc Hollywood. And it turns out like he kind of fell off, and it turns out he's been just like in the crypto scene and building up these like pump and dump rug pull fucking schemes and shit. But yeah, when he that's the dude that went on the chat with CoffeeZilla and basically sounded like a fucking idiot, dude. He lost the plot for sure. But he probably made $1 million that day at least.
Well, I thought we'd eliminate sick kids.
Oh, dude, that's so up.
No. We're eliminating the sickness by encouraging people to donate. But we're gonna need some help. Because you and I
Kids, not side
are
kids.
technically R-rated, and these are kids. Sick kids.
Did someone call for help?
Linda Carter! What the f are you? Aren't you a wonderful woman?
Okay, so what's the plan?
We're gonna help eliminate sick kids by raising money for Sick Kids Hospital.
What do you need me to do? Don't be so obtuse.
So obtuse. The thing, if you don't mind.
The thing. Come on, lady, give us the sugar.
Yes.
Stand back, here I go.
What's happening? She's gonna do it!
That's the original one, right? I think that's the original Wonder Woman.
Who did this?
The DC lawyers, I knew it.
That's one f***ing ugly sweater.
Yeah, it's probably the same guy that got Cavill and that other Batman. Let's ride.
Kidpool is
You should
Ryan
probably
Reynolds'
go and tie
actual kid.
Santa.
Never.
Oh, it's his daughter. Really?
Did you know that Ryan Reynolds didn't let Kidpool use guns or get killed? That's because Kidpool is played by his daughter. Many people already know that members of Ryan Reynolds' family portray characters in the Deadpool Corps. His wife plays Lady Deadpool. His son Lynn Reynolds is Baby Deadpool.
No way.
And his daughter Inez Reynolds plays Kidpool, who even tells her father to take the Wolverine out of his mouth. In the Latin American Spanish version, Kidpool is voiced by the same actor who voices Bluey. In the comics, Kidpool is a young version of Wade Wilson who bullies Cyclops at Xavier's school for gifted youngsters.
That's crazy.
He joins the Deadpool Corps,
That
wielding
kinda makes me
lightsabers
think of,
in a parody of Star Wars.
Damn, what's that actor's name?
However, there were certain conditions for Ryan's daughter to play Kidpool. She couldn't use real guns, so
Crazy.
What does the best version?
Jxmmy Highroller, he does a lot of really cool like NBA breakdown videos. This one's called "Are We Witnessing the Greatest Peak in NBA History?" And I think he's talking about
of the best basketball player we've ever seen look like. Many fans would point out Michael Jordan from 1988 to 1991 as the absolute best version of a player they've ever seen. LeBron from 2010 to 2013 might also be the best version of any player in the game's history. But there have been a lot of great players who have had a lot of incredible seasons. 2000 Shaq, 2016 Curry. Maybe your choice is MVP and Defensive Player of the Year Hakeem in 94, or 03 Duncan, or maybe Bird in 86. But maybe a better way to visualize this question is this: a chart of the 100 greatest 3-year peaks in modern NBA history, with box plus minus on the y-axis and win shares per 48 on the x-axis. The further up a player is, the more productive and efficient their peak was. The further right, the larger their impact was on their team's winning. And even towards the bottom of this chart, you'll find some great names like Ray Allen at 78, DeMarcus Cousins at 66. Keep going up and you'll find perennial all-stars and franchise players like Jason Tatum, who is currently in the 46th highest peak over the last 40-plus seasons. Paul George just above him, and Vince Carter at 40. Now, this isn't some perfect method to measure players. Most advanced metrics tend to undervalue defense and overvalue offense, but overall this gives us a great picture of how impactful players were at the peak of their powers relative to the rest of the league. And at this point, we reach all-time great peaks. The guys who can carry an entire team. Luka at 15, Magic Johnson at 11, Stephen Durant at 7 and 6, James Harden and his best 3-season stretch just ahead of them, Giannis with the 4th highest individual peak, and head and shoulders above everyone else with almost identical peak numbers are Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Clearly the 2 best peaks we've ever seen. Until Nikola Jokic showed up and completely blew the lid off of just how valuable one player can be to his team. Is Nikola Jokic the best version of any basketball player ever?
He's fucking nice, dude.
Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek. The NBA season is heating up. Your favorite artists are on tour, and y'all are gonna need some tickets. Now, you guys have used my promo code so much that SeatGeek wanted to hook you up with a new promo and a new special offer, and it's the best. How do you know when a player is truly impacting the game? They can put up great numbers, but that doesn't always translate to winning basketball. You can use the eye test, but our eyes can be deceiving. However, there is one surefire way to tell. And that's when a player is so important and so valuable that their team is utterly lost without them. Every time they step out of the game, everything falls apart. We saw this with LeBron at points in his career. We've seen this many times with Steph. And just
that's kind of a budget thing too, though, because like you put so much money into these players that you can't really have like any other really powerful all-stars on the team unless like they go way over budget. So that could be a budget thing too, but I get what he's saying.
Just a couple days ago, we saw this with Nikola Jokic. In their recent matchup against the Warriors, Jokic started the game, and the Nuggets got out to a 6-point lead before he checked out for the first time with 1:32 left in the first quarter. Now pay attention to the score and the time left on the clock. By the time Jokic re-entered the game, 5 minutes later, the Nuggets were down 5 points. Jokic helped the Nuggets overcome that deficit, and by the time he checked out again at the end of the third, the Nuggets were back up by 5. By the time he returned to the game, just 2.5 minutes later, the Nuggets were down 3 points. Jokic played the rest of the game, and the Nuggets ended up winning by 4. Jokic was on the bench for just 8 minutes of this game, was a net plus 42 points, and the Nuggets won this game by just 4. And that pretty much sums up how important Nikola Jokic is on a basketball court. Pair the impact he makes on his team's success with stat lines that make you question everything you've ever known about basketball, and you have yourself a player who is beginning to enter conversations that some fans aren't quite ready to have. Are we witnessing the highest peak in the history of the NBA? Some people think so. We're now going on 5 seasons of this guy being the best player on the planet, and despite 3 MVPs in 4 seasons, the man has somehow found a way to take his game to even another level. Is there still a gap between Jokic and the highest peaks in basketball history? Or is this version of Jokic peaking higher than any player we have ever seen before? Well, there's a pile of evidence that suggests he is. So far this season, when Jokic is on the floor, the Nuggets score 31 more points per 100 possessions, which means Jokic is single-handedly the difference between the Nuggets being one of the best offenses in NBA history and one of the worst. But the absence of any great offensive player will wreak havoc on a team. It should be expected that a system will struggle when you take out their most valuable and important player. From 2015 to 2017, the 3-year offensive peak of Steph Curry's career, the Warriors scored 15 more points per 100 possessions when he was on the court versus when he wasn't. And Steph's offensive value throughout this 3-year stretch had become the gold standard in the modern NBA. According to Cleaning the Glass, which has a database that dates back to 2004, no other player over the last 21 seasons has been able to match Steph's offensive impact. LeBron came relatively close from 2008 to 2010, elevating the Cavs' offense by 13.5 points per 100 possessions. Peak Chris Paul and Steve Nash were the catalyst to 2 incredible offenses. But even amongst offensive juggernauts, Steph was in a league of his own. Until Jokic hit his peak, where he has been the most impactful offensive player over the last 2 decades, and it's not even remotely close. Over the last 3 seasons, the Nuggets scored 23.3 more points per 100 possessions when Jokic is on the court. That is a larger gap than most starting fives have over their bench unit. Jokic is making this big of an impact by himself. And we already knew that he was approaching, if not already at the level of some of the best, most impactful players in NBA history. But to really enter the conversation, Jokic first had to do what every all-time great must: prove that he could be this good over and over and over again. That his dominance transcended who you put around him, and that his impact wasn't some 3-year abnormality. And he's now done that. He's way past the point of skepticism, and now entering the point where we have almost built a tolerance to his absolutely mind-bending stat lines. Basketball Reference cites a season where a player achieves a box plus minus of 10 or more as an all-time great season. As they put it, think peak Jordan or LeBron. And only 16 players in the history of the NBA have achieved this mark for a single season. Only 4 of these 16 players have achieved this mark in multiple seasons. Those players being LeBron, Jordan, Giannis, and Chris Paul. Nikola Jokic has a box plus minus of 10 or more for his entire career. Easily the highest BPM of any player in NBA history. In fact, there have only been 8 individual seasons where a player logged a box plus minus of at least 12. LeBron James did it once back in 2009, the most productive and high usage season of his entire career. Michael Jordan did it twice, once back in 1988, arguably the greatest individual season in NBA history and the best statistical season of his career, and again in 1991. This season, Nikola Jokic is on path to accomplishing this feat as well, joining an exclusive club with the 2 greatest players of all time. But he's been in the club for a while now, because he also did it last season, and the season before that. Oh, and the season before that, and the season before that one. 5 straight seasons of basketball, equal or better than the very best seasons of LeBron and Jordan. But you don't have to seek out metrics to see how Jokic has mastered the game. Every single time he steps on the court, it is clear that he is just simply better than everyone else. From the top of the key all the way to the rim, there isn't anywhere on the court where Jokic can't pick apart a team. Near the rim, Jokic is virtually automatic. He's got the size and strength to abuse even the best big men in the league. Because as everyone was tailoring their game to spacing and athleticism and speed, Jokic has gone the other direction. The size of a true big with footwork and touch around the rim that most defenders in the NBA today have no idea what to do with. For most big, punishing centers, this is the extent of their expertise. A game built to dominate around the rim. And there's 2 counters for players like this. Try to push their game away from the rim, or collapse and force them to make a play. Two counters that have been relatively effective since the beginning of time.
That's good. See, they all go in on him because they're scared he's
going to
dunk
of these options.
And then he just passes it out and everybody's open. There's so many
collapsing
options.
or sending multiple defenders at Jokic doesn't work.
Like that.
He'll find the open man and make you pay with a 3-ball. The man is sick. If anything, this is probably his preference. Send help. We wanted the 3 anyways. So as of late, teams have tried option number 2, force his game away from the rim. And this has worked in the past. As we saw in last year's playoffs, teams forced Jokic to shoot the outside shot, and he struggled quite a bit. 26% on 4 threes a game in the postseason. This was the chink in his armor. Well, at least it was. Because this season, Jokic is shooting 50% from 3 on 4.2 attempts per game. 50%.
50%
the
is unheard
second
of.
most efficient three-point shooter in the league among all players shooting at least 4 threes a game. So he can crush you around the rim, and you don't even want him to get the ball down there.
Yeah.
But he's now one of the most efficient three-point shooters in the league. So we can't let him operate however he wants out there. So let's play him close. Put a big body on him, deny the passing lanes, and get physical. Again, a tactic that worked against Jokic
he's
about
nuts
as
with
well
the
as any
passing
other.
and finding the
Except
opening
that
guy, too.
doesn't work either. Because Jokic also has the ability to put the ball on the floor and go downhill, which shouldn't be possible for a guy his size, but he does it. And once he gets to the middle of the floor, well, now you've lost. In the NBA, a player's gravity is a concept that has really become one of the most valuable things to possess. This is what offensive gravity looks like.
Yeah.
When Jokic gets to this spot, the defense completely
Bro
sinks
is an
in
entire
and bends
planet.
however he wants it to. From here,
Talking
he
about
becomes
gravity.
the most lethal offensive weapon the game has ever seen, with the size, IQ,
Yeah.
and skills to do whatever
And
he
he's a
wants.
tough
From this
motherfucker,
spot,
too.
There really isn't anything preventing Jokic from at least getting the shot
And
that
humble.
he or his team wants. Again, the best passer and playmaker in the league, so he'll find the open man if and
I saw
when
them
the
give him
close on.
MVP
Give him
and he didn't
space,
even
and
want
he's
to
capable
accept
of
the
hitting
award.
shot
He was like,
all
my
day long.
team's the
Or
MVP.
maybe he'll just
What
put his
is
back
this?
to the basket and back you into oblivion while you question if all that time you spent in the weight room was really worth it. Peak Jokic doesn't really have any weaknesses on offense. At the moment, not only is there no consistent, tangible way of stopping him, it looks like there isn't even a way to slow him down. And although this can be said about a few players who hit all-time high peaks, there may not be another player who is as consequential to their
Bro's
team
the
and its
avatar of
success
the NBA.
as Nikola
Facts.
Jokic is. So far this season, Jokic touches the ball 113 times per game. That's any time he receives a pass or grabs a rebound. A mark
Halliburton
that
is
leads the
number
NBA
2.
by a country mile. But the crazy
Trae
part
Young.
is that the Nuggets only have 100 possessions per game this season, which means on average, Jokic touches the ball not just every single Nuggets possession, but multiple times on several possessions. In fact, since the NBA introduced tracking data back in 2014,
They don't run
here are
one
some
play
all-time
where he
great
don't
players
touch the
and how
ball.
involved they were in their team's system throughout their 3-year peak, how many touches per possession they were getting. And across
LeBron
the
is
board, all of them are
0.8.
floating between 0.6 and 0.8 touches per team possession, with LeBron, Harden, and Luka carrying the heaviest load of anyone. Luka even approaching a 1-to-1 touch-to-possession ratio throughout the last 3 seasons. The Mavericks needing him to be involved in nearly every possession. And still, Jokic is on a whole nother level, where
Over
he's
one-
being utilized on virtually every
100%.
single possession in every single game for 3 straight seasons. So not only does Jokic statistically contribute more to his team's winning, the load he is burdened with dwarfs even the greatest high-impact players over the last decade. Jokic isn't just the most important piece in Denver's offense, he is Denver's offense. Which brings us to the one glaring pitfall for Jokic's case as truly the highest peak of any player ever: defense. A solid defensive player at his best and a net negative player at his worst. And this is the one factor that may prevent him from peaking higher
So
than
his
anyone
defense
else.
isn't up there.
There's 2 sides of the ball. He's the best we've ever seen on one side, and he's okay on the other side.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there have been many great players that have been incredible on both ends. Mike, LeBron, Kareem, Duncan, Kobe, Hakeem, even Shaq and Bird were great defensive players at the peak of their powers. Jordan was almost as impactful on offense as Jokic is, while being one of the best defensive players in the league at his peak. Same goes with LeBron. And because most advanced metrics neglect defense or measure it incorrectly, the impact they had on the game doesn't quite translate to the numbers we see on the back end. For example, this season, even the best all-in-one metric, estimated plus minus, has Jokic in the 92nd percentile on defense, with an EPM of plus 1.4, ahead of players like Drew Holiday and Jason Tatum. This same metric has peak DPOY candidate LeBron at a defensive EPM of just plus 1.2, which is worse defensively than Jokic this season. And it doesn't take an analyst to know Jokic and 2013 LeBron are worlds apart on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Where Jokic gets the benefit from virtually every metric we look at, some other players may not. And I don't know if unprecedented offensive mastery is enough to overcome the fact that Jokic is considerably worse on defense than others are. At least, I don't think so.
That's a good
but
point.
when I actually watch Jokic play, it's not the metrics, but my eyes that tell me he's influencing and impacting the game just as much as anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It feels a bit weird to put Jokic in the same conversation with a peak Jordan or a peak LeBron, two players who have essentially been levitating above everyone else. As valuable as Jokic is, I witnessed a man carry second-rate teams to the finals over and over and over. And contending with the greatest player of all time is a task that no one has ever been able to pull off. But everything,
still
from the
nobody's
metrics
taking
to
that
the
Jordan
eye test,
crown, huh?
says he is truly that caliber of player right now. The man has been the best player in the world for half a decade. So ask yourself, how many players in NBA history have been the best player for more than 2, maybe 3 years at a time? There has been a lot of guys who've worn the crown, but how many held on to it for extended periods? The list isn't very long. Kareem, Bird, Magic, Jordan, Shaq, Duncan, LeBron, maybe 6 or 7 players in the league's history? Well, whatever list you came up with, Jokic is now on it. And he isn't just the best player on the planet today. He is one of the best versions of any player ever.
Accurate. Good video. Jxmmy Highroller. I love his videos. He has really good narration, and he's like a true fan of like stats and the sport, you know. Let's see. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. We've been on here for what, 2.5 hours. Pretty solid stream. If you're in here right now, I really appreciate you. JD, you're my guy. I appreciate you tapping in. I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow. I'm trying to build my Twitch up, try to get a bunch of followers and turn this into like a little community. So yeah, I appreciate you, and I'll get back on here tomorrow, probably around the same time, around like 8-9 p.m. So till then, signing off.